Well, hi there, and welcome to another edition of Pimp My Diecasts. And today we're going to be challenging the Matchbox Corvette Grand Sport, and it's quite a roughish one, to be honest, and it turns out peachy, shall we say. After a bit of work. It weren't a huge amount of work, but it was a bit is where we're going with it. And anyway, there's an all-round look at it. It had flames plenty and was in a dark blue metallic, and it was quite a nice model, not as nice as the original release, which was in the metallic blue and Corvette white stripe in the middle. Anyway, what we're starting off with, we're starting drilling with 1.7mm drill bit. 1.5's a bit too small, as it means the tap has to be put in with a bit of force, and it makes it more likely that you'll snap taps. Increasing it to either 1.6, 1.7 gives you that little bit more to play with, and the tap goes in easier. You just have to be careful with your drilling as it goes, because I messed about too much putting one of the screws in and out and messing. I lost the thread on one, but that was because I over tightened it, because you have to be gentle on these threads is what I'm saying. Like, they're only an M2 thread. If you do it like 1.7's perfect, 1.6 is okay, but 1.5 you start having to writhe the tap in, and you stand more chance of snapping your tap. And anyway, there we are, we're apart. We've drilled it apart, stripped it down, wheels are out. It's had some playing with in water. It's been a love toy is where we'll go. Some kids had fun with it, as demonstrated by the paint loss he's been in water. It's probably been school with him and bloody... oh, he's probably slept with everything. And here, it's going in the caustic bath of doom. And it had to go 2 cycles round to shift all the paint I wanted to shift. It was quite tough paint. I think 3 cycles would have done it, but I just went for 2 and a wire brush. Because even after 2 there was still some left that had to be done with a wire brush, which you'll see in a bit anyway. Quite vicious stuff, the caustic, but by no means the answer to everything. I'll have to get me other kiln jar topped up with paint stripper for dipping them. Like dipping to paint stripper, but it's got a nice fizz going on the screws. And anyway, because it all didn't shift, we're having a go with a wire wheel to do. And it's bringing all last of the paint off. The paint doesn't matter so much inside. It's not one of the desperate measures to get it off of the board. It can stay on in there. Nobody's going to see the inside, no? And you can see the casting's a little bit rough, especially on that top forward edge. But it did actually sand out with that piece. I forget what grit it was. It's probably about 800, 1,000. But it needed a piece sanding out there because it had a dip in the road. Luckily, the casting were a bit thicker, so it dropped out okay. And I missed putting it into the black primer, but this is the colour it's going to be. It's Green Stuff World Colour Shift Metal, and it's called Psychotic Illusions. You can have a look back at it if you fancy the colour yourself, or any of the colours in that range. They're all pretty cool if you like colour shifters. Pretty good, but it shifts from purple to blue to browns, bits of, you can see all sorts of chisel going on with it. And I put some Hot Rod Sparkle from Createx over the top of it. Here's the Hot Rod Sparkle going on. You can just see it, the little silver flake. Going into it, it looks nice when it's all done. You can see it laying on there, the little specks, silver flakes. I think I'll have to do an hot rod and use the Hot Rod Sparkle on it. It's what was termed metal flake and refractive flake or whatever it was, and here it's being lacquered over using a 2K car lacquer. It does a great shine eventually. It's been a bit cold for applying it though, so I was applying it, going to my cooker, holding over the heat. I got there eventually with more or less what I wanted. But it's getting a bit cold now for spraying. I'll have to start using my central heating. And here I'm putting on the Molotov pen, the chrome, to make the side pipes stand out. Or in the States they call them lake pipes. Anyway, here we go, here's where we finished. And the Psychotic Illusions, it chucks up all different colours everywhere and very funky paint. You can just catch the Hot Rod Sparkle in it, but not perfectly. But I've tilted over at the end so you can see it better. You caught it on bonnet there, but it depends it very much depends what angle it's at for you to catch the Hot Rod Sparkle. It is showing in bits there where you get to pull some light back. But yeah, you can see it there on the door. See it better when I tilt it over after. But yeah, you can see the purples, turquoises, deep blues, browns sometimes, greys, whites. It does everything. Every colour. You can see the black undercoat. When it's not reflecting light, it's It's a very funky colour really. You could get used to it, but yeah, I think it looks good. Pretty proud of it. Here we go. Show you the hot rod sparkle. I have to turn the lights down for it. You can see it, but it's better with lights down, and it being it with light from an oblique angle. There we go. There we go. It's more to its full advantage there. It's one of them paint jobs that looks different from wherever you view it and whatever lights. It looks attractive in all lights.